Have you ever felt like you're drowning in a sea of commitments, your schedule bursting at the seams with obligations you don't even remember saying yes to? You're not alone. It's incredibly easy to fall into the trap of overcommitting, of feeling obligated to say yes to every request and opportunity that comes our way. But here's the thing. Every yes to something we don't truly value is a no to something that truly matters. That's why, in this video, we're going to explore how to master the art of saying no, so you can unlock the power of your most resonant yes. Make sure you stick around until the very end, because I'm going to share a crucial tip that will revolutionize the way you approach decision-making. And hey, if you find this helpful, consider subscribing and hitting that like button for more content like this. Now, before we dive into the nuances of saying no, we need to establish a solid foundation, a bedrock upon which we can base our decisions. And that foundation, my friends, is a deep understanding of your priorities. See, it's not enough to simply have a vague notion of what's important to you. You need to get crystal clear, brutally honest even, about what truly matters in the grand scheme of your life. What are your fundamental values? What are the long-term goals you're striving towards? What are the principles you're unwilling to compromise on? These are not questions to be taken lightly. They require introspection, contemplation, maybe even a little journaling in the dead of night. But once you've grappled with these questions, once you've wrestled them to the ground and extracted their meaning, you'll have a compass, a guiding star to navigate the often treacherous waters of decision-making. So when faced with a new opportunity, a request for your time, or a tempting invitation, hold it up against the light of your priorities. Ask yourself, does this align with my core values? Does it move me closer to my long-term goals? Does it add genuine value to my life? If the answer is a resounding yes, then by all means, proceed with enthusiasm. But if you find yourself hesitating, if a part of you screams, "This isn't right," then you, my friend, need to muster the courage to politely decline. Now, understanding your priorities is a crucial first step, but it's only half the equation. You see, even the most aligned opportunities, the most enticing invitations can become burdens if we don't have the capacity to handle them. We live in a culture that glorifies busyness, that equates a packed schedule with productivity and worth. But the truth is, our energy, our time, our mental and emotional bandwidth, these are finite resources. We can't pour from an empty cup, and we certainly can't operate at peak performance when we're running on fumes. So before you say yes to anything new, take a long, hard look at your current commitments. Are you already stretched thin, juggling multiple responsibilities with the grace of a sleep-deprived circus performer? Are you constantly feeling overwhelmed, exhausted, and on the verge of burnout? If so, it's time to acknowledge your limitations, to accept that you can't do it all. This doesn't make you weak or incapable. It makes you human. It means you understand the importance of sustainability, of pacing yourself for the long haul. Remember, saying no to protect your well-being, to preserve your energy for what truly matters. That's not selfish, it's self-preservation. It's an act of radical self-respect. Now, let's say you've carefully considered your priorities, you've assessed your capacity, and you find yourself with a sliver of space, a glimmer of possibility for something new. This is where discernment comes into play. Not all opportunities are created equal, and even those that appear golden on the surface may harbor hidden costs and deceptive allure. So before you leap headfirst into the unknown, take some time to evaluate the opportunity itself. What are the potential benefits, not just in the short term, but in the long run? What are the potential drawbacks, the sacrifices you might have to make, the challenges you might encounter? Talk to people who have walked a similar path, gather information, and analyze the situation from multiple angles. Don't allow yourself to be swayed by shiny promises or pressured by external expectations. Remember, clarity often comes from stepping back, from observing with a detached curiosity, from asking the hard questions that others might shy away from. Is this opportunity truly aligned with your goals, or is it a seductive distraction, a detour from the path you've set for yourself? Is it something you genuinely want to pursue, or are you being influenced by external pressures, by the fear of missing out, by the need to please others? We live in a world obsessed with instant gratification, with immediate results, with the allure of the quick fix. But true fulfillment, lasting satisfaction that comes from playing the long game, from making decisions that align with our future selves, with the legacy we want to leave behind. So, as you're evaluating opportunities, as you're deciding whether to say yes or no, I urge you to consider the long-term implications of your choices. Imagine yourself 5 years down the line, 10 years, even 20. Look back on this decision from the vantage point of your future self. Will you regret saying yes? Will you wonder what might have been if you had mustered the courage to say no? Think of it like building a house. Every decision you make, every commitment you say yes to, is like laying another brick. With each brick, you're shaping the structure of your life, creating the foundation for your future. Now you can choose to lay those bricks haphazardly without much thought or consideration, swayed by the whims of the present moment. Or you can approach this construction project with intentionality, with foresight, with a clear vision for the masterpiece you're striving to create. Now, I know what you might be thinking, that's all well and good, but how do I actually say no? How do I decline an offer without burning bridges, without coming across as rude or ungrateful? Well, my friend, saying no is a skill, an art form even, that can be learned and refined through practice. And the key, the secret sauce, if you will, is to be both assertive and gracious. You don't need to offer elaborate excuses or invent elaborate lies. A simple "thank you so much for thinking of me, but I'm going to have to decline" can suffice. You can express your gratitude for the opportunity, acknowledge the value of what's being offered, and still politely decline. If it feels appropriate, you can offer a brief explanation, like "I'm currently focusing on other priorities," or "I'm committed to other projects right now." But remember, you don't owe anyone a lengthy justification for your decision. Your time and energy are precious, and you have every right to protect them. And here's a little bonus tip: offering alternatives can be a powerful way to soften the blow of a no and maintain a positive connection. Perhaps you can recommend someone else for the opportunity or suggest a different time frame that might work better for you. Now, we've covered a lot of ground here, haven't we? We've talked about understanding your priorities, assessing your capacity, evaluating opportunities, considering the long-term implications. But sometimes, despite our best efforts to analyze and rationalize, the answer still eludes us. We find ourselves caught in a web of indecision, paralyzed by the fear of making the wrong choice. It's in these moments of uncertainty, when logic fails and reason falters, that we must learn to listen to a different kind of wisdom, a deeper knowing that resides within us. I'm talking about intuition, my friends, that gut feeling, that inner voice that whispers truths we often try to silence. You see, our bodies are remarkably intelligent organisms. They store memories, emotions, and experiences that our conscious minds might not even be aware of. And sometimes these stored experiences manifest as a subtle feeling, a sense of ease or unease, a pull towards or away from a particular path. Now, I'm not suggesting that you abandon logic altogether and make every decision based solely on gut feeling, but I am encouraging you to pay attention to those subtle cues, to those moments when something feels off or doesn't quite align. How does your body respond to the opportunity? Do you feel a sense of expansion, of excitement, of alignment? Or do you feel a tightening in your chest, a knot in your stomach, a sense of dread? So there you have it, my friends. The art of saying no is about more than just declining offers. It's about making conscious choices that align with your values, your goals, and your overall well-being. It's about recognizing that your time and energy are precious and that you have the right to protect them fiercely. Remember, every time you say no to something that doesn't serve you, you're creating space for something extraordinary to emerge. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel for more content on personal growth and self-improvement. Until next time, remember, the unexamined life is not worth living. See you in the next video.